Imagine having a body part that never stops growing. Sounds cool, right? But what if that same feature could turn into a deadly problem? From horses whose teeth can overgrow and cause excruciating pain, to sheep whose horns can curl back into their own skulls, the animal kingdom is full of surprising and sometimes dangerous adaptations. And it doesn't stop there. What about rhinos, whose horns make them targets for poachers? Or beavers, whose teeth can grow so long they starve to death? Today, we're diving into 15 animals with body parts that can actually harm or even kill them if not managed properly. You'll be shocked by some of these stories, so stick around, hit that like button if you're intrigued, and let's get started. 16. Horses' teeth. Horses are incredible animals, but their teeth can be a real challenge, especially in captivity. In the wild, horses graze on tough grasses and plants, which naturally wear down their teeth over time. However, domesticated horses often eat softer foods like hay and grains, which don't provide the same abrasive action. As a result, their teeth can grow too long, causing pain, difficulty chewing, and even malnutrition. To prevent this, horse owners regularly file down their horse's teeth in a process called floating. This helps keep the teeth at a manageable length and ensures the horse can eat comfortably. What's fascinating is that horses' teeth never stop growing. They can grow up to 3 to 4 millimeters per year. This constant growth is an adaptation to their natural diet, but it requires careful management in captivity. Horses have hypsodont teeth, which means they have very long crowns that slowly emerge from the gums as the teeth wear down. This design is perfect for a life of grazing, but it also means that dental care is crucial for their health. Without proper maintenance, overgrown teeth can lead to sharp edges, ulcers, and even infections in their mouths. By the way, if you love horses as much as we do, you'll want to check out our video on the most beautiful horses in the world on the Forever Green channel. 15. Elephants' tusks. Elephants are known for their majestic tusks, but these iconic features can sometimes cause big problems. Tusks are essentially elongated teeth made of ivory, and they never stop growing. In the wild, elephants use their tusks for digging, stripping bark off trees, and even fighting. But in captivity, where their diet is softer and they don't engage in as much physical activity, their tusks can overgrow. If they grow too long, they can crack, break, or even grow into the elephant's face, causing pain and infections. What's really interesting is that elephants are either left-tusked or right-tusked, just like humans are left-handed or right-handed. They tend to use one tusk more than the other, which means one tusk often wears down faster. Sadly, poaching for ivory has made tusks a deadly liability for elephants in the wild. Some elephants are even evolving to be tuskless as a survival mechanism, a rare but growing trend in heavily poached areas. For example, in Gorongosa National Park in Mozambique, researchers observed that nearly 33% of female elephants were born without tusks after years of intense poaching during the Civil War. Interestingly, elephants aren't the only animals affected by tusk-related challenges. Narwhals, often called the unicorns of the sea, also face risks due to their long tusks, which can break or become infected. 14. Rhinos' horns. Rhinos are instantly recognizable thanks to their impressive horns, but these iconic features come with a heavy price. In the wild, rhinos rely on their horns for everything from defending themselves against predators to digging for water in dry landscapes. But these horns have also made them a target for poachers who hunt them for the illegal wildlife trade. Rhino horn is highly valued in some traditional medicine practices and as a status symbol, particularly in parts of Asia, where it can fetch prices higher than gold on the black market. To protect rhinos, conservationists sometimes remove their horns in a safe, painless procedure. While it might seem extreme, it's a necessary step to save their lives. Dehorning involves cutting off the horn above the growth plate, which doesn't harm the rhino, but makes it less attractive to poachers. If a rhino's horn is damaged or infected, it can lead to severe health complications. Despite this, rhinos are incredibly resilient. Their horns can grow back over time, though it takes years. According to the International Rhino Foundation, there are only about 27,000 rhinos left in the wild, down from 500,000 at the beginning of the 20th century. 13. Sheep horns. Sheep might look like gentle, harmless creatures, but their horns can tell a completely different story. In certain breeds, like the merino sheep, the horns don't just grow outward, they spiral in a way that can become dangerous. Over time, if left untrimmed, these horns can curve back toward the sheep's head, slowly growing into the skull. This isn't just uncomfortable, it can lead to serious infections, brain damage, or even death. Farmers and caretakers often step in to trim the horns, ensuring the sheep stay healthy and pain-free. What's fascinating is that sheep horns are made of keratin, the same protein that makes up human hair and nails. But unlike our hair, their horns never stop growing. Wild sheep, like bighorn sheep, don't usually face this problem because their horns grow outward and are naturally worn down through fights and daily activities. 12th. Beavers. Teeth. Beavers are nature's engineers, famous for building dams and lodges, but their most important tool is also their biggest potential problem: their teeth. Beaver teeth grow continuously throughout their lives, and if they don't constantly gnaw on wood to wear them down, their teeth can grow too long. Overgrown teeth can prevent them from closing their mouths properly, making it impossible to eat and leading to starvation. The secret to their powerful teeth lies in their unique structure. Beaver teeth are orange because they're coated with iron, which makes them incredibly strong and resistant to wear. The front of their teeth is harder than the back, creating a chisel-like edge that's perfect for cutting through wood. But here's the catch: if they don't chew enough, their teeth can grow into their own jaws, causing severe pain and infections. It's a high-stakes game of dental maintenance that beavers play every single day. If you're enjoying these fascinating facts so far, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories about the animal kingdom. Now, let's keep going. 11th. Rabbits. Teeth. Rabbits are adorable, fluffy creatures, but their teeth are a whole different story. Like beavers, rabbits have teeth that never stop growing. In the wild, they wear down their teeth by constantly chewing on grass, bark, and other tough materials. But in captivity, if their diet isn't right or they don't have enough to chew on, their teeth can overgrow. Overgrown teeth can curl into their mouths or even pierce their jaws, making it impossible for them to eat. What's fascinating is that rabbits have 28 teeth, and their front teeth, called incisors, behind those are smaller teeth called peg teeth, and further back are molars that help them grind their food. Rabbits' teeth grow about 2 to 3 millimeters every week, which means they need to chew almost constantly to keep them in check. It's a never-ending dental workout for these little hoppers. 10. Deer antlers. Deer are famous for their antlers, but these impressive structures come with their own set of challenges. Unlike horns, which are permanent, antlers are shed and regrown every year. During the growth phase, antlers are covered in a soft layer called velvet, which supplies blood and nutrients. But once the antlers are fully grown, the velvet dries up and falls off, leaving behind hard, bony antlers. Here's where it gets tricky. Antlers can grow so large that they become a burden. In some cases, they can get tangled in branches or vegetation, leaving the deer trapped and vulnerable to predators. During mating season, male deer use their antlers to fight for dominance, and these battles can sometimes lead to serious injuries or even death. What's amazing is that antlers are one of the fastest growing tissues in the animal kingdom, growing up to 1 inch per day during peak season. That's faster than human hair grows in a year. 9. Walruses. Walruses are easily recognized by their long ivory tusks, but these tusks are more than just a striking feature. They're essential for survival. Walruses use their tusks to haul themselves out of the water onto ice, to break breathing holes in the ice, and even to defend themselves from predators like polar bears. But in captivity, where they don't face the same challenges, their tusks can overgrow and become a problem. Overgrown tusks can crack, break, or even grow into the walrus's face, causing pain and infections. Interestingly, walrus tusks can grow up to 3 feet long and are made of dentin, the same material as human teeth. Male walruses also use their tusks to establish dominance during mating season, and the size of their tusks can determine their social status. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, walruses rely heavily on their tusks for survival in the harsh Arctic environment. 8. Narwhals, tusks. Narwhals are often called the unicorns of the sea because of their long, spiral tusks. But unlike unicorns, narwhals are very real, and their tusks are actually elongated teeth that can grow up to 10 feet long. These tusks are sensory organs, filled with millions of nerve endings that help narwhals detect changes in their environment, like temperature and salinity. What's truly fascinating is that narwhal tusks are flexible and can bend up to a foot in any direction without breaking. Scientists believe they might also play a role in mating displays, or even in stunning prey. According to research published in Marine Mammal Science, only male narwhals typically grow tusks, though about 15% of females have been observed with smaller ones. Despite their unique function, these tusks can sometimes break or become infected, posing a risk to the narwhal's health. 7. Porcupines, quills. Porcupines are walking pincushions covered in up to 30,000 quills that serve as their primary defense. These quills are actually modified hairs made of keratin, the same material as human nails. What makes them so effective is their barbed design. Once they stick into an attacker, they're incredibly hard to remove. But this defense mechanism can backfire. If a porcupine accidentally stabs itself with its own quills, it can lead to serious infections or even death. Here's something fascinating. Porcupines are born with soft quills that harden within a few days of birth. While they can't shoot their quills like some people think, they can swing their tails to embed quills into predators. This makes them one of the most well-protected animals in the wild, but it's also a risky strategy if things go wrong. 6. Goats, horns. Goats are known for their impressive horns, but these horns can sometimes cause more problems than they solve. In some breeds, like Nubian or boar goats, the horns can grow in a way that curves back toward the head. If left unchecked, they can press into the goat's skull, causing pain, infections, or even brain damage. This is why farmers often trim or remove the horns, a process called disbudding, to keep the goats safe. Goat horns are made of bone and covered in a layer of keratin. They're used for everything from defending against predators to establishing dominance within the herd. Interestingly, goats with horns are more likely to injure each other during fights, which is why hornless goats are often preferred in crowded farming conditions. 5. Cows, horns. Cows with horns might look majestic, but those horns can sometimes turn into a serious problem. In herds, cows use their horns to establish dominance and defend themselves, but these same horns can cause injuries to other cows or even to themselves. If a cow's horns grow too large or curve inward, they can press into the cow's head, causing pain and infections. This is why many farmers choose to dehorn their cows, especially in crowded farming conditions. Cows' horns are made of bone and covered in a layer of keratin, similar to goat horns. Interestingly, some cow breeds, like the Texas Longhorn, have horns that can span over 7 feet from tip to tip. While these horns are impressive, they can make it difficult for the cows to move through tight spaces or graze comfortably. In the wild, horns are a valuable tool for survival, but in domesticated settings, they often require human intervention to prevent harm. 4. Cassowaries, claws. Cassowaries are often called the world's most dangerous birds, and for good reason. These large flightless birds have dagger-like claws on their feet that can grow up to 5 inches long. They use these claws for digging, climbing, and defending themselves against predators. However, these same claws can also be a danger to the cassowaries themselves. If a claw breaks or becomes infected, it can lead to severe health issues or even death. By the way, if you're fascinated by dangerous birds, you'll love our video on the most dangerous birds in the world on the Forever Green channel. Cassowaries are incredibly powerful. They can jump up to 5 feet in the air and run at speeds of up to 30 miles per hour. Their claws are so sharp that they've been known to cause serious injuries to humans and other animals. 3. Peacocks' tail feathers. Peacocks are famous for their stunning colorful tail feathers, which they use to attract mates during courtship displays. However, these beautiful feathers come with a downside. The long, heavy tail can make it harder for peacocks to escape from predators. In the wild, their vibrant feathers can also make them more visible, putting them at greater risk of being hunted. Male peacocks shed and regrow their tail feathers every year, a process that takes a lot of energy. While their tails are impressive, they can also become a burden if damaged or infected. Despite these challenges, peacocks have evolved to use their tails as a key part of their survival strategy, relying on their beauty to win over mates and ensure their genes are passed on. 2. Octopuses' arms. Octopuses are incredibly intelligent creatures, but their arms can sometimes be their own worst enemy. Each of their 8 arms is packed with neurons, allowing them to move and sense their environment independently. However, if an octopus is stressed or sick, it can start to eat its own arms, a behavior known as autophagy. This self-destructive habit can lead to serious health problems or even death. Octopus arms are also incredibly delicate. If an arm is injured or bitten off by a predator, it can grow back over time, but the process is slow. What's amazing is that each arm has its own brain, meaning it can continue to function even if detached from the main body. This unique adaptation helps octopuses survive in the wild, but it also comes with risks. 1. Snakes' fangs. Snakes are known for their sharp fangs, which they use to inject venom into their prey or defend themselves from threats. However, these fangs can also be a liability. If a fang breaks or becomes damaged, it can lead to infections or make it difficult for the snake to hunt. Some snakes, like vipers, have hollow fangs that fold back when not in use, but even these can sometimes malfunction, leaving the snake vulnerable. Interestingly, not all snakes have the same type of fangs. Some, like cobras, have fixed fangs at the front of their mouths, while others, like rattlesnakes, have hinged fangs that can rotate forward when striking. Snakes also shed their fangs periodically, growing new ones to replace the old. If you're fascinated by snakes, don't miss our video on the most beautiful snakes in the world on the Forever Green channel. You'll be amazed by their stunning colors and patterns. While their fangs are a powerful tool, they require constant maintenance to stay effective. It's a delicate balance between being a predator's greatest weapon and a potential weakness. And that's it for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing animal stories. See you in the next video on Forever Green.